Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are going to continue with our playthrough of Total War 3 Kingdoms, playing as Jian. And I've just got through trying out a few episodes and posted those of a playthrough on the new 8 Princes DLC. So now I've got to refresh my memory, refresh where we are. So hopefully I won't be calling Jian Sima Yi, and I won't be doing vice versa on the other playthrough because they're both playing in generally the same area, but I did that on purpose to kind of compare the two playthroughs on the DLC and this home game, the main game, to see how they differ, see how they vary, see if there's a different feel at all. To get us back to where we are, we have our youngest son. In this army here, we have Sun Quan, who we've managed to hold on to Lujiang, the small city up here, and he's going to build his force as money allows here to protect against Cao Cao's incursions. We fought away with Sun Ce, a force from Cao Cao, the pain in the behind Xiahou Dun, who keeps coming back down and trying to infiltrate our provinces, but I think we hopefully kicked him enough. We'll see if he retreats this turn so we can move on down and start solidifying down here and moving east towards the coast. The other thing we got to do is we just completed our commandery down here, and I'm thinking with Sun Jian, if he doesn't move out of here, we'll knock him out real quick. But then I'd like to move up with Sun Jian over to this Badong province. I like to solidify our borders along the river here, just so our best bud, hopefully he's going to be kept busy over here, but just so our best bud isn't tempted to cross over the river and infiltrate south of the river. I mean, obviously I couldn't complain because it's Han territory and he's more than welcome to it. I just want to beat him to it, of course. So with that all in mind, everybody's, I believe, made the moves, and we just need to move forward. We have a few funds, I think, to be able to spend. So let's take a quick look at Lujiang. I think we still have a building assistance there. Yeah, Zhe Yue is there to help with our construction costs. And I'm thinking now that we've grabbed our tea, let's go ahead and build the tea parlor. That's what I've been waiting for, to increase or improve the building in this area. So let's go ahead and do it while we got the funds, and let's call it a turn and see what happens. Cao Cao continues to send forces down. He just is not going to give up, is he? Not moving in the direction the Han Empire down there that I expected, but I can move to get him out of the area, gain a little experience, and also move towards Badong with Sun Jian, I'm thinking. I'm also wondering why I don't have full movement here. Am I out of... Maybe I'm out of supplies and didn't even pay attention and notice, so I can't move fully, but we'll double check there. We'll double check and see what might be up. Let's see if we have any diplomacy that I think matters. No, they're far away. Gongsunzan, Yuan Shao, they're all kind of not super close, so we'll zip through that. Character development, boy, oh my god. Do we get some people through the area here? What's going on? All of a sudden I got all sorts of people in the court to look at and choose from. Oh my lord, my lord, my lord. And once again, he's been hanging out on our northern border, so I'm just kind of wondering what's up with Wang Quang, and we'll have to keep our eye on him. But I'm thinking maybe, so let's first of all look at our supplies here. Now we got full supplies. Why do I only have half my army action points? That's a question I do not know. Now if I move down the river to kind of see what I can do against Cao Cao's forces here, that means his other force over here, led by Lady Jian, is going to maybe move into the lumberyard. And if I move my son here down, and let's see if we can make him the leader just so it gets easier to keep track of where he is. Sun Quan here can get down to the lumberyard, but does that tempt then Wang Quang to do something up in the north? I think what we'll do is we'll go to water with Sun Ce, and that just leaves him there. Oh boy. So we're gonna have to try and catch up to this force. I don't know what kind of garrison we have over here in the fishing port. Not crazy good. Not crazy good. But we'll have to deal with it if he takes it before I can get there. And I think I will, just because we aren't at war with Wang Quang up north. We're just going to bring, as reinforcements down to the lumberyard, we'll bring Sun Quan down there to back us up. You got it. And down south, we've got Sun Jian down here somewhere. Let's get rid of this Han guy who decided to mosey too close on instead of skedaddling out of the province. And let's put a little hurt on him. We'll just delegate this decisive battle here. We're gonna get much blood out of this? No, we did not defeat him. Ying Shao, character captured. Relentless. I have the ability to employ this one if I felt like it. Age 61. Nah, let's just get rid of him. And replenishment, we're looking okay. Let's get some more income. And he's inconsequential, I'm feeling. I don't have the ability to follow him up, so let's head back towards the road. Barely. And the last thing to look at, I think, oh, we picked up an ancillary. The matched Jian. Do we have somebody that might be able to use that? Probably not Sun Ce. Let's take a look at our packed court that we have here now. Boy, we're just paying for a lot of dudes over here now, aren't we? Are we keeping them all busy? Are we worth paying for everybody at this point? Yes. And I've got my 3 armies set, so I really am not looking unless one of these names stands out as somebody I need to have. Who is Zhang Zhao? Lumbering. That's the first I've seen of him. So, it doesn't look like we have any majorly legendary. Well, Li Tong perhaps is coming at me right on the border here. What is he looking like? Energetic, obstinate, handsome, and relentless. He's youngish of age. He might be okay to pick up. We'll think about it. We got to remember Li Tong. Keep him in mind when we get to the point where we might want to do something. And the ancillary, we don't really have a home for that can use it to their most benefit, I don't think. Let's just take a few peeks. Matched Jian. Well, it does help out here. Lowering our expertise, though. We aren't really looking to lower our expertise at this time. What happens if we lose 9 authority? That brings us down there, so we'll pass on that one. 9 expertise. We lose a lot of expertise there. No. So I'm thinking we're probably going to hold on to these at this time, and we'll see if we have somebody down the road that might have better use for it, or we may be able to use it in trade at some point in time. Wow. Now let's see, as everybody has moved, everybody has moved. The only thing we got to look at is, do we have an appropriate building in Changsha? Let's find out if we still have a builder there. Yes, we do. We have someone supervising construction. Chengpu and Changsha. Actually, now that I see it, they just arrived. So when I saw the one and the other one, they probably weren't there yet. So I may have cost myself a little money rather than waiting in Lujiang. But oh well, such is life. Let's see. In Changsha, do we have anything I want to focus on? Oh, we were looking at the same thing here. Let's increase the tea parlor. It will increase our commerce income also here. And we'll move forward to that. I think that will be the turn here. I don't think there's anything else I need to contemplate. We just need to pay attention to these two and where they're going to move. Hopefully I've got enough forces here to react, and hopefully I don't get some action up north where he stabs me in the back a bit. So let's keep our attention up here for the next turn and see what happens. Now, I didn't quite notice where she went. Okay. Yuan Shao signed a peace treaty. Fine and dandy. We got Waigu, Shi Yangshu. Not a high priority to add to the court. Now, I did not see. Did she take to land and laying in ambush now? That could be what's happening. Who else we got up here? That's Han Empire. Not going to worry about that. And you've taken to the water again. Let's see if we can reach. Because I'll do another auto-resolve, but we can't quite reach, can we? Oh, maybe we can. Let's do an auto-resolve, see if we can once and for all get this incursion over with. And he retreats. Yeah, I don't think I can get quite down there yet now. Okay, so we'll keep our eyes down here, and I think for the moment he's still hanging up here in ambush land. Sun Quan, we know, can get back up there just in one turn, so we'll park Sun Quan down here because I didn't get a good glimpse of, did she move back up the river or did she move into the forest? It'll be fun for me to watch this after I'm done playing to kind of get a better sense of where she moved. But since I don't know right now, Lady Bing could be hiding in the forest or she took a trip north on the river. And I'm going to assume she's hiding in the forest and camp out right there in the lumberyard. So down here, the option... Oh, we have a new commander. I thought he had died, but I had executed him. But let's just go ahead and leave him be. Let me just make sure the Changsha Tea House, see what kind of a garrison is there. Well, he still has a general, and the forces are equal, and the general outweighs units. So let's just see if we can attack. And he's going to just keep leading us on. But soon maybe he'll be out of our area and we can move back up to Badong, assuming nothing special's happened up there. Now Yuan Shu's heading up that way, so that's about it there that I think we need to look at. Do we have any other negotiations to think about? We got 4 out of 4 trading zones going. We got our best bud Yuan Shu there. I think we'll just hang tight the way we are in any negotiations or diplomacy. And see if we can catch up this thorn in our side here, and also see if we can locate, I think it was Lady Bing over here. A few turns of cat and mouse. There's Lady Bing. Now I can find out for sure if it was Lady Bing if I'm calling her by her proper name. And he moves out, ending his looks and ambushes in our territory. A friendship is forming. Can a friendship bloom on the battlefield? It would appear so, as 2 comrades find comfort in one another, laughing, training, and dining together. Their bond is emblematic of the strength that will reunify China. So we have a deepening relationship between Chengpu and Qiu Shangping. New ancillary and overseer. Campaign movement speed. Do we have anybody who could benefit from campaign movement speed? Sun Jian, who do we have with you? We'll keep you with the loose formation, Sun Tse. Oh, let's get your movement speed moved up. I'm fine with that because we're in a chase down right now, so anything I can do to increase your speed, any little help we can give. Jinrang. And Lady Bian, we discovered her, so it was an ambush. And I think I called her Lady Bing, but it's Lady Bian. I got close. I got close. If I get that first letter right, that's close in my book. So let's see where she's at now. She's moved to the river, so I don't think with Sun Quan that's quite how we want to do battle with her. Do I want to look at increasing forces somewhere along here? I can recruit a little bit, I think. What are we able to recruit here? We can bring in some halberds. Okay. And our income is still over 1,000. We'll start with just those 2 more units at this moment. Maybe eventually switching these out, converting them to trebuchets once I get some more halberds over here. If I can get a grouping of 4 to go along with the archery and ranged units, and then build up maybe 1. Oh, I really only need 1 more cavalry there to get a balanced look in that force. So we'll hang out with Sun Quan there. I don't know if we quite have the range to follow him, but we're going to give it a shot. And of course, he retreats. So perhaps what we need to do is ignore him for the moment, go after the Poyang iron mine while we're over this way. And then if he keeps hanging out in this area, because I don't think he's really going to rebuild in enemy territory too much, we can start consolidating Poyang as we kind of keep our eye on him, keep tabs on him. And what have we got going in the south? Can we once and for all catch up to him? Not really. So what we need to do is get as close as we can. So hopefully in forced march we got him locked in a little bit. I just need to get rid of the guy before I move away to Badong. I don't want him just sitting in the background since I don't have much of a garrison at the tea house. In fact, what will it cost at the tea house to upgrade? 1,094, not excessive, but that's not, the first level is not what increases my garrison. So we're gonna have to spend a little funds down there. Once this upgrades, we'll head over to the tea house next turn, I do believe. Do we have anything standing out? Not at the moment. Let's go with the next turn and see what it brings for us. Okay, she moved across the way here. And he has finally escaped from that area. So I think we're just gonna full speed ahead, move Sun Jian north to Badong and try consolidating up there. Faction destroyed. Liu Dai has disappeared. He was up a little bit north up here. If I recall, he was somewhere in this area, but he is no more. A great glaive. Nice weapon, especially with instinct. Let's take a look. Expertise, instinct. Can you use a great glaive? Is it better than what we got? 531, 2.1 armor piercing. Gives us a charge bonus. I guess we'll kind of hang out with what we got at the moment. 9 instinct, 9 instinct. It just doesn't, it does base, the higher base damage, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the armor piercing. I guess I don't have a good sense of which one is better to have higher. But I'm going to stick with the armor piercing. It's served us well so far, and we'll think about where we might find a home for that weapon here coming up. Lu Zhang's tea parlor is built. Changsha's tea parlor is built. Let's go back before I forget to Changsha and work on the garrison at the Changsha tea house. With the Han armies hanging around down here, I think I need to look at upgrading probably one more time after this to get that garrison bolstered, so I don't have to worry so much about having it down near apparently an active territory down here. And Sun Jian, let's hit the road, Jack. You're fully replenished. Let's get you into forced march and start heading back up the road. Sun Ce, let's make our move. You still need to replenish, and we are in enemy territory, so you're not replenishing. But I still think we should be able to take out the iron mine. I hope. Our melee units are a bit on the pathetic side, but hopefully our ranged units will help overcome that deficiency. So let's take a little force march since we can't replenish anyway, and see how close we can get over here to the iron mine. And it is not garrisoned, which is good. Oh, it is garrisoned, which is bad. I spoke too soon before the icon popped up, but it's not heavily garrisoned, and it looks like we have a positive balance of power. So I think, yes, we will hang out here and attack next turn, barring some weird move from this guy down here, from Cao Cao's forces. And she did move across the way, Lady Bian, and she has taken that fishing port, so we'll actually have to take that fishing port away from Cao Cao, not the Han Empire. So I have no problem with that. We're reinforcing quickly there. Looking at my income, I think we're going to take another step towards recruitment. A couple more halberds, and let's see what the cost is to convert. Let's get our first trebuchet in there. We're still with a decent per turn income. Shall we convert one more? Swap it out. Okay, that's enough for the moment. Alright, let's take our next turn, see if we can get Sun Jian moving and motoring up north. We'll see if we can go ahead and attack the Poyang iron mine, as long as we don't get some funny business going on with Xiahou Dun. And we'll keep our eyes on. We got a lot to keep our eyes on right here, so we'll kind of back up so we can get a better look. Oh, and before we do that, I just noticed we have a new reform that we can take advantage of. We have spy positions increased, trade influence can be increased. We can reduce our character salaries here. Plus 30% income from commerce. There we go. We're increasing our commerce quickly now with the T infrastructure. Now that we have T and we're building up those buildings, so let's do anything we can to boost that T income. Okay, I think now we're ready to take the turn. Now he's coming back. Now he's going to use this moment to sneak away, thread the needle, and get away from us. Guangzhou, well, come on, I'm not going to make peace with you and stop all my Han Empire expansion. So no. We're not going to do that. Okay, so he's moved out of the city, making it even easier. He saw the writing on the wall that he would not exist, possibly after this attack. So let's move on the Poyang iron mine and solidify our holding there. Once we get out, I just realized, let's get out of our forced march. Okay, it's a decisive victory for us. And iron mines are small, little, compact, tight little nuts to break. So we'll just do this and delegate it since it's a decisive victory. "12 heroism." Finally, some heroism. And we can occupy. Now we've gained an ancillary, a military instructor. What does this allow? Another loose formation. Do I need someone else with loose formation abilities? Sun Quan, do you need that ability perhaps? Yeah, let's send this over here and get a second army able to use that loose formation. Sun Ce has a new trait of Defiant, and Liu Fan is now Bright with his new trait, so we're just fine picking up these new traits. Sun Jian, let's start motoring north. I think what we'll do after we go here, we will take to the river. It should be a little quicker to get us up to the Badong small city up here. And we've increased. Man, I can afford to expand a little more over here, I do believe. So let's recruit. Let's go with our Lancer militia over here. We've already got the anti-cavalry, which I like to have. So let's do some flanking cavalry. Get that in place. And then I think what we'll do is we'll convert this cavalry, because the 4 cavalry should be plenty. And we'll convert him over. So we have a little offensive capability to go with the halberds. Oh, no, I didn't want that there. Let's do this. Close there. Open you up. Convert you here. Convert you there. And voila. Now we got what I was trying to do in the first place. Okay. Money spent. We're back down to just over 1,000. So that's where I will hold off. And we've got everybody pretty much moved up. Let's use up every last bit of his movement. And then move into the river. Maybe I should have stayed where he was if I'm going to move into the river, but that's fine. We'll try and get a sense if I'm, because these are good roads, so it may be okay just to move by road. Kind of curves through. So yeah, we may not gain that much by moving by the river. We'll find out. We'll try and figure that out. And Lu Jian, we have an assignment there. Yeah, one more turn for being able to build something. Problem is, oh wait, what have we got here? The lodge. Oh, that's the tea house. We don't want to convert over to the... Okay, yeah, so we're fine. We don't have enough money to do any other building in Lujiang. We'll recall our administrator soon and then figure out how we want to reassign them. Let's take another turn and take a peek at what the future might bring here. So he's trying his best to get across that border so he can replenish. And it looks like he's just going to retreat down. So I think with Sun Ce, we'll be safe to move on to Poyang. We'll look at the garrison there to see if I'm comfortable leaving it near him in its current state. Gongsung Zan, he's far away, so we won't concern ourselves too much with who he's dealing with. Yuan Shao's a little distance between us. And Yuan Shu has declared war on Ma Teng. Okay, so you go ahead and just have your fun up north, Yuan Shu. You expand as you need to expand. We have a noble birth. Joyous occasion, a daughter has been born. Finally, a daughter now. New blood keeps the line strong. In fact, is that? I can't even remember. Was that our first daughter? Oh no, I forgot all about Sun Ren. But it's our first new daughter. Oh, this is Sun Quan's daughter. That's who it is. Okay, so it wasn't Sun Jian's daughter, it was Sun Quan. Got it. Oh, we have Sun Ce to still marry off. And Sun Ren, 13, she'll come of age pretty soon. Before you know it, we're going to have all the family together. All in the family. So these administrators are coming home. We'll figure out how to reassign them next turn. We have a bodyguard, which helps with melee evasion, resolve, and instinct. Do we have someone over here? Huang Gai, do you have? Nah, nothing really better. Well, we'll just park him over here right now. Just to kind of get some use out of him and The tea grower. Let's see how much it's going to cost to get that tea to the next level down here. Because I think the next step up in the tea house, we can afford it. And that's what makes the big jump in the garrison. From 4 units up to more than double that. So yeah, we're gonna definitely do that, just since he's gonna be, the tea is gonna be off that province by itself. So this will make it better able to protect itself, at least against the Han Empire, which generally only goes into my territory with small force. I can get all the way up here on this good road. Yeah, I'm just going to keep moving by the road with Sun Jian, and before you know it, we'll be up in Badong. It's harvest, then autumn, then winter. And over here, let's see what the Poyang iron mine, what kind of garrison we have there. Not super large, and it's definitely recovering. But will it be enough to hold out against Kukgong? I think so. I'm going to take the chance. We're going to evacuate the Poyang iron mine, and we are going to move ourselves to Poyang town. And then we'll take the Poyang copper mine. Then we'll be poised to meet back up with Cao Cao's forces at the fishing port. So let's get you on the road. We'll no longer get replenishment in enemy territory, but we'll deal with that. And I'm not going to expand my armies. I have room in both Sun Tse's army and I have room in Sun Quan's army for a little more expansion, but I think we'll try to build up some funds so we can do some proper building as we start taking over these territories. Right away, I think our strength-wise, we're okay with what we're currently up against. And we'll do one more turn. Looks like we have a promotion. We'll take one more turn before we probably end this episode. You have improved Su Ze Yue. My pronunciations just make me laugh inside. You don't hear me laughing outside, but oh well. I do the best I can. Expertise, stability, melee armor piercing, and melee attack rate. That's what we'll focus on right here. Okay, everybody has moved. And it's raining, so let's move on to the next season. Then we'll call this playthrough. Depending on what happens. Will we have a battle? Now he's finally going to be able to reinforce his weakened state. They're going to stay together, it looks like, to maximize their power. And good, the Han Empire is just retreating. I am fine with that. That's what I was hoping for. Yuan Shu, he is requesting military support against Liu Yu. Where is Liu Yu? There's no magnifying glass to go over there and find out where he is. So I am not sure who he's asking me to help, but I will probably just offer, since I don't see him anywhere right around us as a threat to joining that war. So just to keep Yuan Shu happy, we will join him in his war against the faction. We'll see if that's a mistake, but I got to keep my one best bud happy. I'll do what it takes right now in this early game. So somewhere yellow Turban Rebellion has been destroyed. Ma Tang has signed a peace treaty. Liu Yu and Yuan Shu, as we know, are at war now. And I have declared war on Liu Yu. Is he visible anywhere now that we're at war with him? Still not noticing it. So, we won't worry about it. Traits gained. Our child, Sun Chun, is solitary. Lots more characters moving through, but we aren't looking to expand quite yet, so I'm not really going to focus on them too much unless I recognize some name that just stands out. With my limited 3 kingdoms knowledge, I can easily miss one, so shout, scream, and yell, and put in the comments if I'm missing somebody important that I need to add to my court. And let's get these moves out of the way and some positioning that we need to do. It's autumn. And this is a small city. It's got walls. I'm going to need time. I'm going to need time to get the sappers knocking down some walls here with this force, because I don't have the ability to do a lot more than that. So we're just going to move up the border for the next winter season. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stall that attack because I don't know if I have enough to move through his area in the winter, take that hit to my supplies, and then siege his city for a couple turns. I don't know if I'll have quite enough to hold out. So I'm going to call off, or do not quite what I said, not do the quick rush in to siege Badong, the small city, and we'll wait till after winter to do that. However, we got Sun Ce down here. Let's start consolidating Poyang. And we're looking at a decisive victory. You know what? I haven't done a battle in a while, and we're pushing the limit on time, but I'm going to, even though it's decisive, I got to do a battle now and then just to keep in practice. So all of a sudden I don't have a big, huge, massive, important battle, and I'm not in practice. So let's start this battle, and this is how we'll end this playthrough. Hopefully with a nice, decisive defeat and capture of the Poyang city.
但已是情同手足，你我出则同欲，坐则同席，今日也是一同踏入战场。待天下太平，我们还要共同奋斗，光耀天下。
A warming story of true friendship. The tear runs down my cheek. Okay. Let's see what we're looking at with this city. I don't know if I've quite attacked one of this layout. So what are we looking at? We've got this here. So we've got no, just single tower there with no support. Yeah, maybe I've attacked this layout in different kind of form, because I do remember having a tower or an entrance on this side. Maybe I'm thinking of the lumberyard or whatever. This was the same side. I think we had a single tower with no overlap. So that's where I'm going to concentrate my force. But as we've learned before, we want to spread out some of our forces, at least as much as we can, to some of these other gates to hopefully draw off some of his forces. So let's do that with some cavalry over here, because they can quickly pivot and get back into the game, but I think they're less useful in these tight corridors. In fact, we have our archer cavalry that will even put here. And everybody else, I think we're going to keep on this side. Now, do my trebuchets have the range? Yes, we do, to take out the towers, so there's a no-brainer. Let's bring these guys up. to lead the attack. And our melee forces are somewhat depleted, and of course we don't have that many, to be quite honest, so we'll set them here and we'll get our archers ready to provide and weaken any enemy they have there before we bring in our own weakened melee troops. Okay, I think we are set up. Let's start the battle and see how we look. Let's take these towers out first of all. Oh, he's charging out. He's going to be aggressive. Well, we got my arrows ready at the ready. We have arrows here also at the ready. So we can outrun any of his forces moving out at us. And while they're moving out at us, we will be ready with our archers as soon as he moves into range. We have our horse cavalry here. We want them in skirmish mode in case I lose track of the situation. I definitely want them in skirmish mode. Let's go, crossbowman. You don't have the range, but you have the power. There we go. That's what we like to see. Okay, my cavalry is skirmishing and moving away from his forces. Let's get our eyes on this unit right here. The next one to be weakened. Okay, we need to take the pressure off the crossbowmen. Okay, we've taken out that tower now. Time to move the trebuchets on their units itself. Keeping my generals too much in the rear. Got to use my full forces here to get the full impact. So they aren't reaching. We are in skirmish mode. I'm enjoying the skirmish mode. They're taking care of themselves. Horses have to take the long way around with these barricades to get to the city center. There we go. So we got a little practice in there maneuvering. You can tell I'm a little out of practice. He's moving just a little slower than normal. Not that I'm the fastest clicker in the West here, or Western Kentucky even. But we got through the battle and we successfully took over Poyang. The small town or large town. I don't remember what size town it was, but we took it over. Okay, the siege of the town is successful. Gained a small amount of loot. 21 heroism. I'm shocked that we got that much out of a lopsided battle, but I'll take it. And we occupy. And it is just a town, not a large town, not a small town, but a town. So we have gained control, and we are close to gaining control of the whole of Poyang, as long as it's just the 3 provinces. Oh, we have an abandoned weapon craftsman over here, and I don't know if it'll be worth it to try and build it back up just to complete the commandery, but we'll think about that. And after this battle, we've kind of spent the time we need to on this, so we'll take a look at the rest of the map and see what we want to continue with the rest of our characters here. Double check everything that I've decided so far and see how we're going to proceed. Thanks for watching. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky late at night, so for once it's not too dang humid. You all enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching.